Hello, the purpose of this video is to show how to locate true north on a lot and discuss how to describe a lot or use a legal description to properly draw a lot. So the assessor's office have a very powerful tool, parcel viewer, where it shows all of the lots within an area, uh, and you can visit this website free of charge and get information on our lot. So in our case, we want to find information on our lot 2635 34th Street. But as I told you in an earlier video, that finding a lot based on the address is not thoroughly reliable because address can be designated, renumbered, and everything. So it's better to have the parcel number from the deed. Okay, so in this case, we're looking for parcel number 0100315001, and I believe it's here on this lot over here. And when we click that, we have access to part of the assessor's book. Okay, and when we click that, we should open this one and we will see that our lot is a rectangle here. It's 40 feet here and it's 80 feet here because this lot came from two lots that were combined, and then it was subsequently the south portion was subsequently cut and sold for. Okay, so this is a rectangle 40 by 80. But how do we know it's a rectangle? Well, whenever you um, sell a lot, it has a legal description. Okay, and we're going to discuss that in a while. But if we look at our assessor's parcel map, we can see that our lot is a rectangle, but it's not. It's at an angle. And the reason behind that one is because on all the maps that we see, north is always facing straight up. Okay, up and down, that's north. So in this case, if we want to locate where north is, we sort of just have to um, rotate our lot in the same manner as the assessor's parcel map is rotated. Okay, so we can see that it's rotated at an angle. I'll bring that closer here. Okay, and we can look at different maps over here. We can look at the imagery, and there is the lot right now. As you can see, these grids, the vertical, these are your north directions. Okay, so if we try to look at our lot, let's remove this. Our lot is horizontal. On the assessor map, it's an angle. So all we really have to do is rotate that at the same angle as the lot from the assessor's uh, parcel viewer looks like. Maybe that's too much, and so this is guesswork, so I think it's a little bit like that. You see this yellow rectangle here, okay? And once you have that one at an estimated angle, then the horizontal direction here, the vertical direction, okay? Because I got grids on my paper here going up and down. This vertical direction, this one is what we call true north. Okay, so this one is true north. So architects would typically put the letter N on the true north to indicate which direction is north. Okay, so this direction with an arrow pointing up is the direction of north. That means that going down is south, going this way is east, and going this way is west. So that's how to locate where the north is on our lot. Okay, but that is basically guesswork. Okay, so when we do our building later, we know that Okay, um, the sun rises from the east and goes up and settles down on the west. Okay, so from east rising to the west, and there are powerful tools to uh, do a shadow study, which I'm going to show you on a later video. But yeah, this is how you're going to locate the north, and knowing where north is will help us plan our building according to uh, the sun, because you probably don't want some windows facing um, the south view. Okay, you may want windows uh, that is always open to the east side, and we can discuss that later. But uh, that's one way to locate north, is to match the orientation of your lot, and then up and down is basically north. Okay. Now, um, when you buy a lot, this lot has to be described in some legal papers. Okay, and that's called the legal description of a lot. And getting the legal description of a lot that you do not own is a little bit difficult, because the assessor's office will only give you information on a lot that you own. There are some ways you can do that, and you might be lucky on some county assessor's office from a different state than from California. Okay, but anyway, I have here several examples of how they describe a lot. So you can see here, uh, they would describe a lot using words. They would show where the easements are, which is access easements or utility easements, and then they would have a plat and legal description of this lot using a drawing, or you can see something like this. You can see north 49, 47 minutes 18 seconds west, 156.87 feet. So this is one way of describing a lot. In fact, there are different ways to describe a lot. Okay, there are usually three different ways to describe a lot. I'll provide this as a PDF for you to look at. There's this rectangular survey, where the town or the city is divided into rectangles, um, and then it would describe the lot based on dividing rectangles into smaller rectangles, even quarters or quarter of a quarters. So that's one way. Um, I think this is done in like Louisiana. Um, for the French, I believe, as is a um, uh, planning their cities this way. So you might see cities with that was founded by the French to have this kind of planning or divisions. Another way to describe a lot is using blocks and lots. And this is typically something modern. When you buy a lot from a subdivision or a developer, they would call each lot a number, like lot 5, and then each group of lots surrounded by streets a block. So you would probably see, if you live in a suburban neighborhood, that you are living in lot 5, block 1, and then the subdivision will be named, you know um, Meadow Park or Meadow View, in this case Sunset Meadow subdivision. Okay, and then the third one is describing a lot using what we call meets and bounds. So meets and bounds is where you have your starting point, and it's going into a length and an angle. Okay, so this is meets and bounds, and um, this is how most of the lots are described. by using meets and bounds. So here's your bounded on the north to west, length of 156.87 feet. Okay, so you have that one. Here's another description of a lot, statutory warranty deed describing. Well, I'm not going to go deeper into this one, but this one says that there's warranty means that this lot is free from defects and is being promised to be sold without any uh, legal uh, legal locks on anything. Okay, so here you'll see that again. It's using south to west with degrees, minutes, and seconds. Okay, um, so this is typical. Okay, so here's another one, quit claim, and you would see this descriptions of the lots and all other things associated with it. Okay, here's another one where you have the size of the lot on it. 75 at right angle, so this one is a grid again, and typically you might see a lot description accompanied by a plat. Okay, so here's a grant deed where a piece of land is granted to a company by the city of LA. So here's a grant deed. That's what this one says. And you might see the legal description that says here, begin at the intersection, northerly, north to east, 29 feet, and stuff like that. And you will see this Exhibit B is a drawing of a lot, and these are the modern ways of describing a lot, where in addition to a description using words, using angles and lengths, whatever, you also have a drawing done by a surveyor, and typically you'll find the name of the surveyor here. Okay, so for our lot description, we couldn't get the original, but we can describe our lot this way. So let me go and do a fit here. So here's a description of a land. It's in the city of Sacramento, county of Sacramento, state of California. It is 40 feet from the south portion of lots 1 and 2. Here's the track number, here's the parcel number, and then it will describe the beginning of the lot, where the most southern corner of the said lot 1, okay, block 20, parcel number has 4 corners. That's 4 courses, and the first corner, being the most southern corner, is going to be 80 feet long, going from north 71 degrees 30 minutes and 0 seconds to the west, and it's bounded by the alley, and that's this one here. So this corner here, and it's 80 feet bounded by the alley, and that's what this one is describing. And then towards 2, second corner, which is 40 feet bounded by the road 34th Street. So that's this one here, 40 feet bounded by 34th Street. Okay, and then going to the third corner, 80 feet long, bounded by lot 2. So that means that there's a lot here. Okay, um, and then towards the fourth corner, which is the point of beginning, 40 feet, bounded by lot 3. So that means that there's another lot on this side over here. Okay, and as depicted on the plat labeled Exhibit B. So there's another attachment then other than an Exhibit A. There's another one, and Exhibit B will show us that this is the lot, and you can see the angle of north goes up and down like we have here, and here's the angle of north, and it's a rectangle 40 by 80. Okay, and we will do an activity on how do we draw this in AutoCAD with these meets and bounds using proper north, pointed always up. Okay.